Okay, what's going on, tycoons? What's up, traders? Super excited for today's video. An update on BTTC. We're looking at the daily chart like always, and we're going to go over the MACD, the relative strength index. We're going to break down a couple chart patterns. All right. Bear flag right here, and then we're going to go over the three major retracement levels. So you're actually going to learn a lot in this video. None of this video is financial advice. It's actually more informational, and I'm going to be teaching you guys some of the weapons that you can bring to the battlefield that is known as cryptocurrency and the crypto market. I like to say trading is like going to battle. It's like going to war. You need to have the proper weapons, and you need to know how to use those weapons to really give yourself an edge in the market. You're not going to be successful until you have an edge. And these are some of the things that you can use to start giving yourself an edge as you go through your journey. Okay, so what we're going to do is hop straight into the video. All I need you to do is smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll go ahead and break it down. So the first thing I want to look at, we'll start from the left and move to the recent price action, is we're going to be looking at what's known as lower lows, right? It's a very simple term that you can learn, very easy to start getting yourself familiar with these terms. We have a low here and we have a lower low. If we pay attention to our relative strength index, which measures the relative strength of a token at its given price, we can see what we end up getting is a low right here and a higher low. So what we're seeing is known as a bullish divergence because the token is dropping in price. The strength of this token should be dropping along with it. But in fact, it's actually building strength. And that's an entry signal that you can use as a trader to go ahead and, take a long position, right? And we see that we do get a very nice bounce, right? From the bullish divergence up to those highs was about 50%. Up to these highs is about 56%. You don't have to be a perfect trader and capture the entire move, right? You can wait a little bit, see off the initial bounce, see that, okay, we're starting to show some strength. We have a bullish engulfing right here. We have a nice pullback. We're holding support, and then you can enter and you can exit anywhere here. A 20% trade is very, very nice, okay? If you get 20% trade 5 times, that's 100%, right? So it's all about building consistency rather than looking for a cheat code to get 1000x plays all the time, right? A lot of those days are behind us. It's a brutal crypto winter. So now you really need to sharpen your tools and sharpen your weapons to give yourself a better chance of success, especially in the next bull market. Okay, if you take the time now in the bear market to learn these tools and strategies, you will be a much better trader and much more well positioned and ready for the next bull market. So that way you can make some profits. All right. So that's the first thing we looked at is bullish divergence. Over here, we have a nice bear flag forming. This is a chart pattern, and it's indicated by your flagpole here, right? You have a sharp move to the downside, and then you get this little trading channel right here, okay? This is your actual flag itself. So you have the flagpole, then you have the flag, and once you break this trend line right here, you can expect to see a, sorry about that, a sharp move to the downside. All right. And then we have our major retracement levels right here. These are the 61.8, the 50%, and the 38.2. The reason that these levels are so important is because about 70% of trading is done by algorithms, whether you believe it or not, in the crypto market, even in the stock market. Algorithms, fuel a lot of the pumps and a lot of the dumps. So it's really good to, rather than drawing naked support lines, right, just by your own eye, it's really good to start using the fibs to go ahead and give yourself some valid retracement levels. Now, what a retracement is a continuation for a downtrend. So we see we come down, we retrace up, and then we continue that downtrend. If we break through our major retracement levels, then we can go ahead and spot a possible reversal. But if we're rejecting our levels, and notice how we get a very clean rejection at the 38.2 retracement level, it's very, very clean. Now, the next thing I want to highlight is actually going to be the MACD. So pay attention down here. The MACD can also give you entry and exit signals. Specifically, I like to use it for exit signals the most. So what that is that's going to be when this red line here starts trading below the white line. So right here, we get our MACD sell signal, and we get a very sharp decline in the market. All right, we can see, boom, it drops about 20%. Okay, so that's your initial signal right here. And let's say you're shorting it, you take some profits, you capture 10, 15% of that move, you see it start to consolidate, right? And so now what you're doing is you're taking your retracement levels from that high down to the low, and you're saying, hey, if we get a rejection at our major retracement levels, then maybe I can enter a new short position, right? Or you can wait for more confirmation and say, hey, we rejected our major retracement level, but we're still trading in this channel. I want to wait for us to break the channel. Now you have two things on your side telling you, that we're in a bearish downtrend and you're just waiting for a confirmation of the break of the bear flag. If you take a look right here, we get yet another MACD sell signal. So three things combined together. The first one, we get the rejection of our 38.2 retracement level. The second one, we break our trend line right here. And at the same time that we break our bear flag trend line, we also get a MACD sell signal. Now we have three things combined together to give ourselves more confidence and more of an edge in the market and on our trades. Now, moving forward, the next thing we're going to look at, okay, is going to be box consolidation. This is another simple term that you can use, and it's very easy to identify, right? Here's our box consolidation. We're literally just trading sideways in this channel, all right? Now, from here, you want to look for any signals, whether you're going to have a move to the upside or to the downside. So you can use your MACD to go ahead and do this for you. Here we can see the red line is trading above the white line, indicating that, there's potential strength, even though we're really just trading sideways. And, that may be due to us wicking up right here. But we also have bullish divergence going on. So you see we have the low, we have the higher low, we have the higher low. We're holding this trend line right here, all right? And we're really just consolidating sideways, building strength in the token. Ultimately, we get a very small breakout, right? But this is a good term known as a look above and fail, right? So it's exactly how it sounds. We look above and then we fail and we come back into this range, all right? This is a very bearish signal. When you see a look above and fail, it's not showing strength, okay? That's not a good sign of strength. And then shortly after that look above and fail in the box consolidation, we get a MACD sell signal right here. And then we also break the bullish divergence trend line, right? So you see we're holding that trend line, we're bouncing on it, and the strength of the token is going higher. And it comes up really high at these levels where we get that look above and fail. And then we break that bullish divergence trend line. That's a sign that, hey, we did have a divergence, a bullish divergence specifically. And, we can look for like some entries and look for some bullish momentum off of that. As soon as you break that, it's a sign that, all right, hey, we just lost a lot of the bullish momentum, the hidden bullish momentum we had with that bullish divergence. All right. So at the same point that we break our bullish divergence trend line, we also get a MACD sell signal. So that's two things combined, with the third thing being that we had a look above and fail, which we know is very bearish, and we get a sharp decline in the price of the token. Right now we're looking at some of the recent price action. All right. And we're seeing that, where we have our major retracement levels up here. So we know that if we keep rejecting these levels of 38.2, the 50 and the 61.8%, we're going to continue this downtrend, right? So we're coming down, we're retracing up. And if we're keep rejecting those, we're going to head back down lower. All right. And we have started to continue that trend. Notice we have a low, a lower low, and a lower low. However, we are still holding and creating a little bit of bullish divergence. So what does that mean? And I really want to show you guys. This bullish divergence trend line has been holding since pretty much the beginning of the video, right? If we look here, we have a low, 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 right? We keep heading lower on the price of this token, but this trend line is very, very long, right? At this point, we're pretty much holding this same bullish divergence trend line from the very beginning, right? And each time you bounce off of these and each time you come down to this trend line, you can see that we get a very small bounce. Right here, we get a small bounce. Here, we get a small bounce. Here, we're trying to get a small bounce, right? But we saw and we took a look where as soon as you break that trend line, you get a big flush to the downside. All right. So, the more times you test a trend line, the weaker it's going to get. So this trend line, we've tested it about 5 times. If we come down and break this level, you can expect to see a pretty sharp drop in BTTC. Now, if we hold it, okay, like we've been doing, then we can expect to see bounces, right? And not a huge reversal, right? Not a huge reversal, because we won't get that until we break through our major retracement levels. So what that means, and basically what we're looking at now, all right, is going to be just some signs that, hey, there's potential we could see a bounce. We had a nice head and shoulders pattern right here. If you're not familiar with that pattern, we had a left shoulder here, we had a head up here, we had our right shoulder, all right, and we went ahead and we broke this neckline right here and got a nice sharp move to the downside. Notice how once we broke that neckline, we also got a MACD sell signal, right? And we got a very sharp decline in the price of BTTC. So we'll go ahead and take this pattern off real quick, because what I want to show you actually next is going to be a inverse cup and handle pattern. It's, you know, exactly how it sounds. It's the opposite of a cup and handle pattern. So it's a bearish chart pattern. And what you're going to be looking at is you're looking at your cup right here. And notice how we've gotten this small bounce, but we haven't really been trading in an uptrend or going up higher, right? We didn't pull back and then continue to go higher and doing this. This rounded top, first off, is very bearish. I don't like this. You know, we broke down how it was a head and shoulders and we got the breakdown. Now we have this inverse cup and handle. So we really need to make a push back up to our 38.2 retracement level, because if we break this, you know, the base of this cup right here, we're going to have a large flush to the downside. And that would coincide with also breaking this bullish divergence trend line. So I hate to come off so bearish, but it's been a brutal crypto winter. Recording this right at the end of December, and you know this trend, you know, this crypto winter may continue into 2023. So the best thing to do is have patience, all right, and really sharpen your skills and your tools so that you can use those weapons in the next bull market and become much more successful and truly give yourself an edge. That's what this video is all about, is pointing out some of the tools and weapons you can use in the battlefield known as trading cryptocurrency. And if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And I do viewer requests every single week, so I want to shout that out. If you have any request and you want to see your ticker in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below and I'll make a video on it as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching. And if you made it this far, I think you're going to enjoy one of these next two videos as well. So make sure to click on one of those.